Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is Good Old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The offense lining up for a first down play. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Gets it to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Wall. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And here's the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Leaves it with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He gets a block. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They're bringing heat. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. They get a few yards there with the slant.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown ball!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Open space at the 25. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles, which could have been set up in a long yardage situation. Now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. A run for the quarterback. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Gain of 4. Good enough for first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Cox. On the move at the 30. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it pay dividends on that third down.
And it's no good. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their game.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down.
Makes the catch down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gets away. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Corralled and brought down by the defense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on third down? On the option. Now the toss. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Come on now, O-line, you've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his big tight end. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's looking to throw it. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Line getting set on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He wants to throw. Throws to the tight end. Got a wide open receiver. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Tennessee 21, Auburn 7.
The Vols will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down scoring right here would be huge.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuffing the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll leave it with him. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They're trying to get to him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Setting up the screen. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Calls his own number. And the ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Cox. And he'll be brought down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
4th down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes. when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Gonna let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Whalen. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter play. The score, Tennessee 21, Auburn.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
He's at the 41.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They've got the screen set up. Oh, gave the defender the business. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Volunteers line up to punt it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. A little screen to the running back. Nice move there. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's right on target. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Off the play fake. Floats it out in space. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him to be positive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tiger. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Still running at the 40. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. After the run, now to throw. And he's got it inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Give him 88 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Got his man quickly. Touchdown Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines or else you draw the flag. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Cox. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, it makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Red pass, it's complete. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see...
Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Fast motion from the offense. Snap in the shotgun. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The give to the back. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown ball. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
25.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now. He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On second down, they'll take to the air. He's got it. It's a catch along the sideline. Didn't need much, but got enough.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with the huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages and try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
They'll line up to kick it and try to make this a one-score game. And they're already in a desperate situation. They'll try to get the field goal, and they'll need the ball back. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. And they take a knee on fourth down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.